Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to this week's episode of The Worst Writer in the World with Howard Long.
And you!
Me! Hooray!
Who is he? Nobody cares.
Who knows? Who cares? We just don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks to all of our wonderful patrons on Patreon who continue to support us with their lovely, generous wonderfulness.
Thank you for
For example, the writers of this week's plot so far.
Writers?
Writers! Did you notice I said writers then?
I did notice that.
That's because the beginning of this week's plot so far is by Jeremy Shelton.
Ooh.
Will, a man with all the charisma of a depressed rusk biscuit, is at a silent disco with a woman who, when filling in an answer these questions and we'll tell you what kind of food you are on BuzzFeed, got plain flavour crisps. And then, at this point, Jeremy's plot so far goes a bit off the rails. Right? So now, the rest of this week's plot so far is by Stuart Trahorn.
Hooray!
Not dead Will and guessing twat Eve had a fight. But after a full body apology, things are back on track.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good.
They do some dancing. They get their picture taken by Anna, who speaks in near perfect English and suggests they should be doing fucking. Then they get into a wheelbarrow position. They leave the party with a bottle of champagne, but rather than drink it, they do bad flirting. Eve tells a story about getting her underage boobs out for a rugby team. And Will reveals it didn't take him long to make sex splooge when he was 30. They are both thoroughly romanced. All right, so what's been happening recently with Will and Eve is they've been chatting, getting to know each other, sharing stories.
Sexy
Very sexy stories. But you may remember Eve sexed things up by talking about that time when she got naked as a child.
Yeah.
Right? And Will, not to be outdone, talked about that time when he had sex as a child. All right? So that was sexy, wasn't it? And let's not forget, every now and again, Will also likes to mention his plate collection, just to make sure that the hotness is still there. You want me to tell you about my plate collection again? He loves a bit of that. All right, and so now Will is going to take that sexiness and up the sexiness content even further.
Up the sexiness, yeah.
He's going to up the sexiness, right, by saying, so when did you lose the old virginity? The old is that different to the young virginity? Is there like that after you have sex, but then you don't have sex for a long time? Is that like us now?
Yeah, it grows back.
It's been so long since we had any sex that we've got our old virginity.
Yeah, you got
and now no one wants it because we're too old.
Yeah. It's all shriveled up.
Yeah. Eve says, I haven't. Pause. Will says, joking! I was 18. Look at your face, what a man. I bet you were thinking you could pop my cherry and add it to your vast shag collection. I don't have a shag collection. I don't know what that would be. I've got a
plate collection. Is it like that? A plate collection. Is it like that? I mean, I've only got one plate. But I have collected it.
Does one plate count as a collection?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't you say your one plate is a ball? Yeah, it's not a very good plate collection.
Very poor collection.
Got no plate.
My next door
Why didn't you collect balls then?
Well,
No, I don't know.
Only boring people do that. No, my next door neighbour's got a much better plate collection. He's got two. Neither of them are bowls.
Yeah. I've got lots of bowls, about 100, all different pictures on them and everything.
Yeah, from all different points in time. Some of them are really valuable,
Right,
and a lot of them are
okay.
in glass cases. I'll keep them in my bowl museum. Yeah, you can come to it if you like. It costs 20 quid to enter. Yeah. She unwraps the foil and unscrews the cork shield. He retrieves the glasses and holds them ready. She pops the cork. Champagne flies. They cheer. She pours. They clink glasses. They drink. The London Eye towers over them. And that's the next in a sequence of events. Like, you know, pop, pour, drink. Oh, no. Like it just crept up behind them.
It doesn't mean that big wheel either. It means like it's just a big fucking floating eyeball.
Yeah.
It's the plate police. Plates have been outlawed, and everyone's heard that Will's got one. It's a bowl. It's a bowl. It's 100 bowls in the museum.
All right. So Eve says, "Fancy a flight?" You what? I meant on the London Eye. Okay, you want to call it a flight? Yeah, but you know, maybe make it a bit clearer what you're fucking talking about.
Fucking hipster.
Next, on the London Eye, dawn. Will and Eve are standing with their faces pressed against the glass. Their feet slightly further back, so they are on...
Fully packed pod then, isn't it?
Yeah. yeah. 500 Japanese people are in the pod with them. In the Mayan civilization, they believed they had to make a blood sacrifice so the sun would rise. That I did not know. Or, strictly speaking, care about.
Why do you want to learn things as two people?
I mean, you know, it's been great learning things.
Thoroughly well-informed and interesting people going on a journey through London, telling each other amazing facts about Mayan civilization.
I really enjoyed many of the facts you told me, like the one about the boobs. I like that one particularly. But I feel like, you know, we've drunk the champagne now. We've had an incredibly long and boring conversation, and I've put up with you all night.
We've got my bendy bully. We're going to go home.
Yeah, I think it's time to go home. What do you think? Is it time to go home?
I know that the grand prize is the possibility of boning you, but I think
no one wins that, you know.
Yeah,
not with only 3 darts.
Just going to take my plate and go. So
you've got your plate.
Do you
with you
have a plate?
No.
Oh, no, plate, please. Oh, the eyes, the floating eyes.
Oh, the irony of being caught by floating eyes while on the London Eye.
Will Gordon Stanley Fletcher, you stand accused of owning a plate. How do you plead? Not platey. That's not a plea you can put in.
Bowley. Can I plead bowley, please? I got 100 bowls in my bowl with him. It's just not a plate, it's just an unusually flat bowl. That I did not know. Eve says, play a song. A song? Play a song about the morning light. It'll be like our offering to the sun god. Well, no, I've gone off you fucking hipster.
Are you suggesting that I should get out the guitar and play a romantic love song in the London Eye? That what you're suggesting? Well, this is a romance script. It'd be no romantic, wouldn't it, if you did that? Remember, this is very realistic as well. Oh, it's very realistic. Just 2 people alone in the London Eye at like fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. Doesn't it home until 9, and you know, and they only let them in groups of 30. And here we are, and I'm gonna fucking play guitar. Oh, it's very realistic, yeah.
I'm more likely to make the sun go down.
So
Self-deprecating.
deprecating.
Yeah. I won't tell anyone. What? If you make the sun go down, I won't tell anyone. Don't you think they'll notice? Don't you think people might notice? Yeah. Okay. Well, I won't tell them it was you did it. You know. Anyway, so he unzips the guitar case. Eve says, "Yay."
Yay, Uncle Howard, guitar.
She says, "Yay, Uncle Howard."
Yay.
He removes the guitar, attaches the strap, and puts it on. Song In the Light. All right, so okay. You feel the chill in the dead of the night. You miss the sun shining bright.
Shining, yeah. Shining bright.
But hold the girl steady now, just close your eyes. And when you wake, you'll be revived. In the light, in the light, in the warm morning light, in the light, in the light, in the warm morning light.
Oi, oi, oi.
In the light, in the light, in the warm morning light, in the light, in the light, in the warm morning light. Sang Will.
Oi, oi.
She claps. I was maybe hoping for something a bit more romantic.
It's like Chaz and Dave going diddly, diddly, the fucking light, the fucking light, motherfucking light.
Fucking light!
Fucking light. They never swore.
Yeah, this is rude, Chaz and Dave. Well, they've been out all night, they're knackered. They're like, fucking hell, let's do the rude one. Fucking old Dave.
Oh, fucking hell, Chaz. Oh, fuck.
Eve says, how often do you do this kind of thing? What's stay up all night with an idiot talking about plates and then go on the London Eye when it's still closed before dawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's a bit of poetic license, isn't it?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to see the sunrise from the London Eye. It's
like-
not possible to do that, but these guys have teleported.
It's like maybe there's a scene that's not included where like he slips some of his advert money to the London Eye operator.
Yeah, some of his bowl museum money.
Yeah.
He makes a fortune.
I haven't got any money on these. You accept bowls?
They're like,
No.
who does? Fuck off. Pause.
Oh, the bear got in.
Oh, there's a teleporting bear. Although the bear's been there all along.
Yeah, he's the boom
They
operator.
came in with those 30 Japanese people.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been hiding behind, waiting for someone to say pause. The best thing about the pause joke, right, is that I did it a few times at the beginning and you weren't too bothered about it, so I stopped, right? And then you started doing it and I was really pleased.
Yeah.
But the best part is, because I'm quite drunk, I keep forgetting. Every time I say pause,
Yeah.
I've forgotten. And so I'm always surprised.
Yeah.
All right, pause. The best part is, I had forgotten again. Sometimes I love my brain. I mean, usually I hate it and it annoys me, but sometimes it's brilliant. I just instantly forgot you were going to do that. Then just got back to the script and reading it.
I'm going to get caught in a loop. Don't say it
Oh,
again.
no, I won't. Anyway, after that.
Yeah.
After that.
Bear. After the bear.
A short period of time with no sound.
Yeah.
And the bear.
Pop that bear sound effect.
Anyway, Eve says, oh, fucking hell's a bear. No, she says, well, at least I know I won't wake up regretting anything. He raises an eyebrow. Oh God, not that you would
got
be
two
a
now.
Yeah, no, he's still got one. It's
Okay,
just. I mean, an eyebrow. It's just it happens to be here.
His
No, it's
eyebrow.
not his. It's one of the Japanese people. It's like, gets his finger. He's like,
What are you doing? Don't mind me.
fuck off my face. Sorry, that probably was a bit rude, actually. Next time I'll use my own eyebrow. Oh God. Not that you would be a regret if, too late, I'm offended. She thumps him.
That Frank boxer punch.
Yeah, she punches him in the face and he dies.
As
'Cause
he
she is
long
a-
wished for.
Yeah, he is happy now. He tickles her. Ugh. She thumps him, he tickles her. They jostle playfully.
Yeah.
The Japanese people watch them. One of them takes a picture.
Stop frying right now.
They are got that bear stood there with them. They're
I
terrified.
don't know whether to be more scared of the sex that's happening on one side or the violent bear.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? Sure.
Is it about my plate?
No, it's about your parents. They're dead. My dad died in a plane accident.
A plate accident.
My
His
mum.
plate crashed.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Now let me tell you the story. Basically, he was getting a plane from New York to London, right? And unfortunately,
Hold on.
It was hijacked by terrorists. Terrorists hijacked his plane, and they unfortunately brought it down over the Atlantic. It was shot down by an American plane, actually. Can I ask you a question? Sure. It's about your parents. Pause. You don't have.
I'm trying to ask about his parents.
Yeah,
You're trying to roar at me.
Can't you Japanese people keep that bear under control?
Keep your bear under control.
That's not
Not about. Yeah, every time the bear roars, a Japanese person dies.
Yeah, there's only about 7 left now. No, but actually what happens is Ask the question. What happened to them? Pause. So a bear did happen to them. My dad was a captain in the desert. Wait a minute. Yeah, he was a pirate on a ship in the desert. He was a very bad sailor. No, he was a captain in the Desert Rats. He died in the Persian Gulf War. Silence. Yeah. Eventually, Eve says, "It's a nurse." Huh? I'm going to be a nurse.
That
because...
bear over there. Yeah. It's a nurse. It's not, you know. It's a regular bear.
Look at its uniform. It's a nurse bear.
Why does it keep killing these people? What's wrong with it?
A very bad nurse. It needs training.
It's trying to apply bandages, but accidentally keeps ripping their heads off.
No, I was actually talking about me. You remember earlier when I said, guess my job, and then you made that joke about woman jobs, working in a wool shop.
Wool shop.
Well, you were right.
Yes, it is.
I am going to be a nurse. Of the 3 jobs that you chose, nurse, primary school teacher, and wool shop operative.
In fact, the first one.
Yeah, the first one you chose, and the third one's not a job. So that's not even there.
Well, it would have been more surprising if that had been the answer, though.
Yeah, a wool shop. Yeah, working in a wool shop. Especially if she was training for it.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's lots of different colours of wool.
Different types of wool as well. Yeah.
Big wool and small wool.
Yeah, sheep wool and dog wool.
Bear wool. Oh, no.
No, get the nurse bear. Oh, no.
That's not a ball of wool. That's just a bear who you're pulling hairs off.
I haven't finished my training yet. I don't know. Now, the last lesson is how to tell the difference between wool and a bear.
That's right, yeah. It should have been like, it's bear trainer. I'm a bear. I'm training to be a bear trainer.
Yeah. I'm going to be a nurse because I'm a woman. The training is long and arduous and the pay is a pittance, but there you go.
I'm a fucking girl.
Yeah, that's what she
I've
basically
been
said.
written by a man, so I've got to be a nurse.
She didn't
I can't aspire to be anything better.
Yeah, that is the pinnacle of female achievement.
But the thing is, she's a barmaid at the moment, so it's a step up.
Oh, it's a massive step up. Yeah, being a nurse is an amazing job.
Maybe, and the thing is, maybe she's going to be a male nurse. So, you know, it's not that sexist,
We're just
is it?
making assumptions, thinking she's going to be a female nurse. I saw them working out in Africa, and I knew I had to be one of them. When I saw them chasing after those zebra, I thought, that's the job. That's the job for me, the lion. Oh, was that not a nurse? With a big mane? No, chasing zebra and eating them. No, that's a lion. Okay, I'm going to train to be a lion then.
Oh, I'm confused because this doctor here told me that bear. Oh, that's a bear, is it? Okay.
Next scene, exterior, Whitehall day.
Whitehall?
Yeah, now that's not bad. From the London Eye to Whitehall, it's not that far. You've got to cross over the river, so you can cross on like
which
Waterloo
river do you got to
Bridge.
cross?
Doesn't matter which river. You just cross one, and then you find yourself on Northumberland Street, and then you can walk up to Whitehall via.
I've heard of Northumberland Avenue.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Northumberland Avenue.
Because that's next to Whitehall on the Monopoly board. But there's no London Eye on the Monopoly board.
But it's next to Whitehall on the real London as well.
I mean, that's the map I consulted when I wrote the script, of course. Which was the Monopoly board.
It does show.
Did he say pretty Rhonda Fletcher from the old Kent Road?
He did, yeah, absolutely. Okay,
so I did consult a Monopoly.
You didn't know. Consult is not the word. That's too much research for Howard Long. You remembered some of the streets and didn't worry too much about whether they were close to each other. You were like, wow.
Well, they were really close.
Well, the Strand is pretty
the board's
close.
only like, what, like,
yes, like maybe
30 inches or something?
Yeah.
What?
It's not that big. So, exterior Whitehall day. Will and Eve walk along. The early morning sun is blinding and they have to squint to see.
Blinding? Shit.
Yeah. They go to a shop and buy white sticks and a dog each.
A dog, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just a regular dog, because it's difficult to get a guide dog. And so their dogs just, if anything, cause them more trouble.
Yeah, it's probably harder to get a blind dog than a blind... What's it called?
Getting a blind dog's easy.
Okay, yeah, just get a regular dog and stick a fork in it.
anywhere. There you go. Okay, I forked my dog. He's now blind. I don't think he is, you know.
He's going to help me across the road now. That's a
Howard,
people thing.
Again, this
Can't
is another...
see. I'm just going to kill this dog.
Another situation where a bit of research would have been useful.
Yeah.
Rather than buying a dog, sticking a fork in his back, and then saying, now he's blind, he'll help me cross the road.
Yeah.
Probably could have researched that one a little bit.
But scared of crossing the road, so I'm going to stick a fork in this dog. It's going to help.
As they pass the cenotaph, their movements are slow. I hope they're walking in fake slow motion for no reason. I think that'd be good at this point in the script. They've been on the London Eye. They've seen that bear.
Yeah.
They've sung a song. They've talked about her tits coming out that time.
That's good.
They've drunk the champagne, and now they're doing like pretend slow motion robot walking down Whitehall past the cenotaph.
Past the sun. I
And,
think
like,
I was just saying
the Prime Minister comes out and is like, "What are you doing?"
I could have put my hand up and I have no idea what the cenotaph is.
The
I guess if I googled Whitehall, I probably learned there was a thing called the
There is,
cenotaph.
yeah,
That's
there
right.
is, yeah.
So, like, for my description for this scene, I'm going to say they go past the cenotaph,
No, it is.
so everyone knows that it's
It
Whitehall.
makes sense. It makes sense. Centaur's like halfway down Whitehall. It's a monument to the fallen dead of wars. As they pass the cenotaph, their movements are slow. Eve says, as a surprise reveal at this point in the script, they've walked around, they've had a good time, and Eve says, "I have to visit my grandmother in a couple of hours."
Put your Red Riding Hood on and like, take a basket of cake through or something.
Right, when you get there, right? If she just look really closely at her,
Yeah.
because I know what for women it's very easy to mistake a wolf wearing a hat for your grandma, right? And that can lead to all kinds of trouble. And I am not a woodsman, so there's not much I can do about it. All right, so just double check, and if it is a wolf, go away.
Go.
All right? Pause.
Rah!
What are you doing now? Walking around with a boring,
fucking idiot.
being really dull with a dull person. It seems quite like. Imagine if you had to watch this.
What?
Oh, nothing. Oh, I'm having a lovely time.
Having a lovely time with a lovely person. Yes. Do you want to have sex now or not? No. What are you doing now? Well, I know a rather special little coffee place.
Right.
The question is, do you like coffee?
Wow.
Nearing the coffee house, they shuffle past a mini market. I should buy flowers.
Why?
For a gran, I suppose.
Okay, right.
She goes in. He follows. Interior supermarket day. Like the Living Dead.
What?
A load of zombies attack.
Well, no. Yay!
Exactly like the Living Dead.
Wow.
Okay, so, like the Living Dead, devoid of all energy, they wander the aisle separately, occasionally spotting one another through the cereal packets.
Occasionally
etc.
eating brains. That's what it should say, because that's what Living Dead do. Not
It should
The
say
Living
that.
Dead don't like spot people through cereal packets.
should
they,
say that.
They eat people's
They eat
brains.
people through cereal packets or not. Yeah. But what it does say,
Yeah.
Howard, is that they walk around occasionally spotting one another through the cereal packets. like it's suddenly turned into a Marx Brothers movie or something. Like Laurel and Hardy just turned up.
Yeah.
That's so oddly farcical that just does not fit with this film. At separate tills, they each buy something. Eve buys flowers. Will buys a small package which he places in his pocket. It is a small photo frame.
Wow.
They half-heartedly wave at one another. What a scene. They buy a thing and then... okay. Well, I mean, we're going to see each other outside the shop in like 3 seconds or so, but there's a little waving, okay. Interior, Star Cafe, Soho Day. A metal jar filled with milk is heated and made frothy. Now, that says the metal jar is made frothy. That is what that sentence said. It filled with milk is heated and made frothy. So it is a frothy jar.
Yeah.
Eve and Will sit with their coffees. They drink in silence for a time. Because my script is too short.
10 seconds, I'm thinking.
I'm thinking 10 seconds as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that frothy jug.
It's really frothy, that jug. Do you want me to hang on a fence and get my boobs out?
I've never seen a jug so frothy before. Would you like to see my frothy jugs?
Oh, God.
No, I don't think so.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, I did, but then you called them frothy. Now I'm a bit worried.
Yeah, they're frothy jugs.
Oh, so frothy. Oh, my jugs are so frothy. Don't worry, you'll get to see them later.
Steam coming out my jugs.
What's going on?
you want to put my jugs in your coffee?
Yeah. Start that sequence again, and let's assume that the jug in question is jugs in question or Eve's boobs.
It doesn't say jug, it says jar.
But do it anyway and say
All
jugs.
right, I'll say a metal boobs is... A metal boobs filled with milk is heated and made frothy. Eve and Will sit with their coffees.
Okay, it didn't make any sense.
I've got to brace myself for this next because I've just seen what he's about to say. You know how...
She's going to say,
This is nice coffee, isn't it?
No. You know how sometimes in like romances and other films,
yeah,
there's a trope called the manic pixie dream girl.
yes,
Who says quirky things. Well, Eve is not one of those, and Will is even less one of those. But I feel like he's about to try and be one.
Right.
Like Will is about to try and be quirky from the line that I've just seen. So here we go. I'm going to try and perform Will as a manic pixie dream girl. All right. So they're drinking their coffee. They're silent. There's that frothy jar. They're like just thinking about how that's possible. And Eve says, "What are you thinking about?" Now, Will could say many things here, but what Will says is, "The joke about the chicken."
yeah, it is.
What? She says, "What?" Which is the only reasonable reaction when you say, "What are you thinking about?" "The joke about the chicken." What?
She could say which joke about chicken.
She could, but she I think she implies that because then he tells her.
instinctively knows the specific joke.
I think she's just she's just confused at this point. Like it takes some. First, you have to accept the conversation that's happening before you say which joke. I think I would if
I just don't think. I mean, I think it's her fault for saying what are you thinking about.
I agree.
Never
that is
ask people
yeah,
what they're thinking about because I mean, 99% of the time they're going to say the joke about the chicken, right? Because if anyone ever asks me what I'm thinking about, that's what I say.
The joke about the chicken.
It's always going on in my
I'd say
head.
most people don't say that. No. But you're right. You shouldn't ask that. It is a bad question because you don't want to know. You're not happy to find out. You know, it's just like what you want is a conversation. When people say, "What are you thinking?" they mean, "Please talk to me." I think, and that's okay. It's okay to want a conversation with someone. Although you could, you know, if you've got to say, "What are you thinking?" then like make the effort and start the fucking conversation. You could be like, "Hey, hunt, you know that joke about the chicken?"
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I was just thinking about it.
I was just thinking about that. That's a coincidence.
Always thinking about the joke about the chicken.
99% of the time. Anyway, so her reaction is what? And I feel like that is normal because she's caught off guard by his answer. So he says, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" So even though she hasn't asked, he knows that at some point she's going to need to know what joke about the chicken. Because there's a lot of jokes about chickens. For example, how many chickens does it take to change a light bulb?
Book 4?
Book 4.
Book fork?
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
it
good,
is.
that's good, all right. And Doctor, I think I'm a chicken.
Have you tried not being a chicken? Not any chicken jokes.
That's good. Why did the chicken cross the road? This is the conversation we're going to have, right? We've spent... Okay, I don't know you that well. We're pretty new. Spent a few hours together. I'd say we're still at the stage of trying to impress each other. And what this... Basically, actually, I'm starting to doubt myself as well. Your plan is tell me the fucking chicken joke.
Correct.
And my plan is take you to see my dying gran. Maybe we deserve each other.
Maybe they don't like each other. Maybe they're both trying to get rid of him. She was going like a... But he didn't
really
realise.
polite, yeah.
She's like, yeah, because they're British.
Yeah,
So
that
she's
makes
like, I'm going to go
sense.
see my dead gran.
Do you want to
you want to go do that?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to go and do that.
Why
anyway.
did I agree to do
Oh,
that?
no, I'm
I
with you.
know, crack out the
They
chicken
just can't
joke.
say no. Yeah, they just can't say no because it seems rude. All right, I've got a really good joke for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really original.
Yeah.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Couldn't get the other side. Yeah, it's good. Isn't it? Yeah. Do you want to hear another one? Not who's there, Doctor Who. Okay. Why didn't the skeleton go to the Halloween ball? He had nobody to go with. So Will and Eve are in a cafe in Soho, and Will has decided to tell Eve his best joke. Why did the kitchen?
Yeah, that's fascinating. And why did the kitchen cross the road?
kitchen? Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side?
No, she knows it. Shit.
Do you get it? What's to get? It's a bad joke. Well, what's on the other side that interests the chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what are chickens interested? Eggs? Yeah. An egg shop.
Yeah, they love
Chickens
it.
go to the egg shop. They
buy some eggs.
collect eggs, don't they?
Where else would they get them from?
Absolutely, they're always sitting on them, aren't they? They're like, I've not got an egg to sit on. I better go to the egg shop. Where is it? It's on the other side of the road.
Humans like cushions to sit on.
Yeah,
Thinking like eggs.
What are
So,
humans famous for? Liking cushions.
Sitting on
What
cushions.
are bears famous for? Murdering Japanese people.
People, yeah.
What are chickens famous for? Sitting on eggs. So why did chicken cross the road to get to the egg shop? Was to get an egg and sit on it. Well, what's on the other side that interests the chicken? Oh, a shop. Probably an egg shop. Yeah.
Egg shop.
Is it a shop?
Because eggs like sitting, getting sat
That's
on
how he
by
does it.
chickens. as well.
Bears, Japanese. Oh no. Yeah. Or what's on this side that the chicken's trying to avoid?
Chugger. Chugger.
Is it Rufus doing his old job as a charity campaigner?
Rufus turning up saying, "Give us 3 eggs a month."
Yeah,
and
if you
you
give
can
us
help.
just 3 eggs a month can help that blind guy over there who thinks the only way you can cross the road is to fork a dog.
Yeah.
All right, which is not true. That just makes his life more difficult because now he's holding onto the leash of an angry dog with a fork sticking out of it and just being dragged around the cenotaph, round and round. What's on this side that the chicken's trying to avoid? A fox? Perhaps the pavement is closed for gasworks. Gasworks.
Oh, God.
Who says gasworks in the 21st century? Oh, there's some gasworks on the road. We've got to get around because of the gasworks. That's something from Monopoly as well, isn't it? Or something. Fucking gasworks.
No.
Like gasworks, £150.
That's like, perhaps somebody's building.
It is
somebody's-
waterworks.
Somebody's traded in for houses and is building a hotel in their place. So,
Someone's bought Park Lane
yeah. They
for £400.
Yeah.
No, what?
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. So perhaps the pavement is closed for gasworks.
I mean, that's a thing, though.
Yeah, it's just the phrasing. It feels really anachronistic, the phrasing. It's really weird. I don't know, write in. Do you say the pavement is closed for gasworks in your life
If
ever?
it is, I mean, no, if it isn't, I mean, that'd
If
be
not,
weird.
how would you phrase that? Let us know. In which case, the punchline would be, because the pavement it was on was closed for gasworks, leaving the chicken no choice but to cross. It's a good conversation, isn't it? Do you want to fuck now?
Yeah.
But the truth is, oh, here we go. He's going to reveal the truth of the joke, the Howard Long insight into what this joke is truly about. But the truth is, the chicken's not trying to get to the other side of the road. Okay, so why does it say, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? That is a clear implication that he crossed the road to get the other side of the road. Well, what's wrong with you? No, he crossed the road to get to the other side of the swimming pool. He was just really rubbish at telling the difference between roads and swimming pools. Okay, thanks for the description of what that joke means.
I think it's Clinton's card that's across the road. So you're right, he is going to a shop, but there's stock a lot of the other side by Gary Larson. He's getting to the other side by Gary
I think
Larson.
you'll find that's called the far side.
Yeah, well,
Not the other side.
I'm blind, as you know.
Yeah, if you see my dog, he's got a fork in him. It's easy to identify because there's a fork
I
sticking
don't
out
know.
his head.
I don't know. I know he's got a fork in him because I'm blind.
You do, you
but
stuck
I did
you
stick
stuck
that
it
fork in him earlier. But I can't be certain it was my
Can't be
dog.
sure it's still
Could
there.
have been any dog.
Yeah, or that it's even
Could
a
have
dog.
been you.
You call me a dog?
Yeah.
The joke is, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? So the chicken wants to get to the other side. This is a great conversation. I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, I just remembered that I've got to go and see my dying gran early. Bye, milk. No. The other side. The spiritual world. And Eve says, oh.
Yeah.
And I feel like she says it with disappointment because there's 2 pages he's been building up to this punchline. And then she goes, oh, okay. The chicken, tired of its life and lack of prospects, is ending its pointless existence. The chicken is throwing itself into the road. It's a suicidal chicken. Precisely. Bit like me, I was doing that earlier. I was throwing myself into. I dressed up as a chicken and threw myself in front of a bus. What? Nothing.
I just want to say,
Yes.
in my defence, I mean,
You're a
and
genius.
it's indefensible. But when I wrote this, I mean, Google did exist, but I wasn't using it. I thought that I'd come up with a good idea. I thought that I had an idea. I thought that I'd thought of something that no one had ever thought
The
of
chicken
before.
joke thing, yeah, okay.
But I mean, I've Googled it since, and I think a lot of people have thought the same
Really?
thing. So I had to write it down. I was like, I actually had an original thought. But what I've learned is that I don't have original. I'm not going to say that there are no original thoughts. There's lots of them, but I don't have them.
It's difficult.
Stephen Moffat's already had my original thoughts. Hence, as you will see in the Doctor episode, Doctor and the chicken crossing the road.
Great episode, great title. Doctor and the chicken crossing the road.
Fucking hell, that would be good.
I think very few people have original ideas, but certain people can apply ideas in an original way, and that's what you've got to try to do. Like, put ideas together in an original way, or execute them originally, or present them in an original way, and I think you're very capable of doing that. But actually having original ideas, I mean, there's so much work behind us, before us. So many books, so many stories, so many movies, but to be able to write something that's original, or do something that is original, but still contains lots of things which are not, I think is possible, and I think you are capable of that. And I've never read a script.
Yeah, I can tell that because the way you've been reading this one's rubbish. Get my bird in first.
I have never read a script.
Yeah, I know, I can tell. Yeah.
Where two people go for a walk at the end. So well done you.
How many chickens does it take to screw in a light bulb?
What do you get if you cross a chicken with a kangaroo?
What's black and white and chicken all over?
Doctor, I feel like a chicken. What should I do?
Find out next week on the
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh no, Brian Blessed's here.
Gordon's alive!
Go away, Brian Blessed. I've told you, you're not having our chicken legs, okay?
He's gone.
Okay, good.
He's flown out.
I'll tell you
Flown out the
what,
window. That's why he wants chicken legs, because he's a big bird, right?
I'll tell you what, though. Most of the real Christmas celebration for us is happening on our secret gang, where we are doing loads of extra stuff for Christmas. And if you'd like to see and hear that, you can hear most of it, even if you join at the lowest tier of just $2 a month.
Wow.
And you get all the extended Worst Writer episodes and a load of the already released Worst Writer episodes.
Wow.
Basically, you get a ton of stuff straight away and a ton of stuff in the future.
Yeah.
But hey, you don't have to take our word for it, because here's another testimonial from someone who is in the gang and has been for a while, telling you why they think it's good.
And who's done the testimonial this week?
Well, you've already heard their name once in this episode, Howard, because they almost wrote the plot so far, but then failed.
Oh.
Right? Because this testimonial is by Jeremy Shelton.
Great. We're just going to have half of it, are we then?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, yes.
Brilliant. Let's hear it.
So you know that podcast that you just found and really, really like? Well, there are other people who like it too. And since none of your real-life friends are really that into podcasts, you have decided that the best thing to do isn't to stand on a cold corner in Hyde Park with a megaphone and pamphlets. You realise that it's best to join the existing fan base and make new, better and less boring friends. And all it costs you is from as little as £2 American a month. That's less than a Freddo, probably. Not only will you have a bunch of people to pester and joke with, but you'll be making sure these Brillo-Dillo blokes keep making the things you love. We'll be back next week on the 31st of December with the penultimate episode. Bye-bye, everybody.
Latest taters.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.